position. My years as a public school teacher. I've been around here. Some of you may know me as the voice of the Braves football, the voice of the Indians football, which I do. I also participate in a local interview program called Valley Views through BTC Fiber. I do a weekly interview program. So I'm really concerned about what's going on in America today concerning education. I want to be a voice, not only for the children, but for the parents, as well as everybody. I want to be a voice. I'm going to get into the schools. My goal is to get into the schools and see what's going on and make it a better place for Sequatchie County. And that's what I've always wanted to do, and that's what I plan to do. Thank you.
Chester, I didn't mean to get in front of you. I'll come up here with you. Good morning, I'm Keith Cartwright, your current county executive. It's an honor to be here, and I was raised in the Cartwright Dawes area. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces with now white hair and no hair, but it's still good to see. We started in 2012 on this journey. First, we created a mission statement and a vision statement. We followed that to the T. In 2012, the county's fund balance, your fund balance, was $236,000. As of yesterday, our fund balance exceeded, and I have Trustee Lockhart with me, some $3 million. That's your money. Now, I've been honored to handle those fiscally financial demands, and we have done a great job. We have adopted the TEAM concept. TEAM is an acronym for Together Everyone Achieves More. This is not a one-man show. When Carol or Pam take over, it won't be a one-woman show. It takes a team to be successful. We've implemented certain policies and procedures, going over cash flow analysis daily, going over fund balance review. We do that daily. We work great with our City of Dunlap, our other elected officials. That makes a successful county. I'm asking for your vote this May 3rd. I'm Keith Cartwright. That's my time.
My name is Ted Engel. I'm running for public defender. I know I spoke a little while ago, but the crowd was a lot smaller, so I hope you don't mind me getting up here again. I'm from Ray County, graduated from Ray County High School, went to college, Tennessee Tech, law school, University of Tennessee, and I have a Master in Laws from Temple University in Philadelphia, which is the best trial program in the country. I handle about 1,000 criminal cases a year as an assistant public defender down in Chattanooga, and really dealing with a lot of people who have really complicated, complex legal solutions, legal problems, and trying to fix those problems. I've gained a ton of experience doing that job since 2013. Since 2018, I've been a supervisor in that office, where I manage a team of 5 lawyers covering thousands of cases a year across 10 different courts. I'm very passionate about defending the Constitution. I'm very passionate about standing for people's constitutional rights. I know that the biggest threat to any of our freedoms, any of our liberties, is government overreach. And I feel the Public Defender's Office should have somebody in that's extremely passionate about that. I'm asking for your vote. I'm applying for this job. I'll be on the ballot in May, the Republican primary, and the general election in August. And I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Federal. Last year we received $43.7 million for the people of Sequatchie County. We take care of all the accounting that comes into and out of the county. And that's just, we have like 12 different departments, including your school department, highway department, solid waste department, county general. Everything that comes into them, we put in their accounts. At the end of the month, we file a monthly report with the county clerk and the county commissioners. At the end of the quarter, we do the same. And at the end of the year, we have a fiscal year-end report. All that is public record review and anytime you want to see it. I'd appreciate y'all's vote in the upcoming primary. Thank you.
Okay, I've already spoken once, but I'm going to speak again. There's some new people here. My name is Karen Millsap, so I am the current circuit court clerk. I I've been the clerk for 20 years. I've worked in the office for 27 years, so I've got 27 years of on-the-job experience. I'm the principal administrative aide to the circuit sessions and juvenile courts. I provide assistance in the areas of courtroom administration, records management, docket maintenance, revenue management. I maintain court minute books and court minutes. I attend each session of court with all the files docketed for that session. It's also my duty to subpoena jurors for grand jury and regular jury. I administer oaths to the parties and witnesses who testify. I collect state and county litigation taxes, county and city fines, sheriff's fees, clerk's fees. I prepare bills of cost on felony cases. I account for these monies and make collection efforts when it's necessary when they're unpaid. And I prepare a budget every year for my office, and I maintain that budget to stay within that budget. If you're coming into my office, you usually have a problem of some sort, and you want that problem resolved. And I try my best to help you resolve your problem in a timely manner. However, I'm not allowed to give legal advice, and I get asked that question all the time. I took an oath that says, I will execute the duties of my office without prejudice, partiality, or favor to the best of my skill and ability. It has and will continue to be my goal as your clerk to treat everyone with respect and courtesy. I'm asking for your vote again in the May primary and then again in the general election, and thank you all very much.
Thanks, Bill. I'm Rhonda Reel, and I too am running for the office of Circuit Court Clerk. I want everybody here to know tonight that I am a conservative Christian. That's how I vote. In my line of work as a real estate agent, it's important that we remain neutral as far as party lines go. So I will not be on the ballot in the primary. I will, however, be on the ballot in the general election. A little bit about me. My husband Mike and I have been married for 25 years. We live out on Cable Mountain. We have 3 children and now 5 grandchildren that also live in this county. My goal is to make a difference in this county and to be an active participant in its future, not just for all of you, but for my grandchildren and the rest of my family. I believe I can do that in the office of a Circuit Court Clerk. There are a few things that I hope to change, hope to improve upon if elected. I know there's some deficiencies in the collection of criminal fees and fines. That's a problem, and I would like to be a part of the solution. I hope you all will give me a chance by electing me, Rhonda Reel, on August the 4th. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Phillips. I'm a candidate for sheriff. In the May 3rd Republican primary, which is one thing we have to really push out since we're not used to that in this county. A little bit about my background. I grew up in this part of the county, Dallas and Cartwright. Graduated from Watts County High School in 1985. Shortly after that, I ended up with Chattanooga Police Department, which is something I didn't really think was going to happen, but it did. I was 21, ended up with Chattanooga Police Department, ended up with a 28-plus year career there. A lot of good things there that are on my website. We don't have time to go into all of it here, but it's a variety of law enforcement things like undercover work, buying narcotics, working undercover cases, patrol in a high crime area of town, dealing with the communities that are dealing with that high crime in their areas, and then a pretty long career in major crimes, homicide, which took me on through the command chain and got me some really good experience for what I think we need to do here. One of the big things that we really concentrate on in my campaign is bridging that gap between our law enforcement and the communities, because that's where law enforcement is successful. All that stuff is on our website. It's bill4sheriff.com. Please go look at that if you haven't already. And I appreciate before I finish, I gotta say this. I'm married to my wife of 30 years. She's back there working in the kitchen. We have 4 grown children, all live here in Squatch County. We now have 5 grandchildren, and we're longtime members of Way of the Cross Baptist Church in the town. I appreciate your support in May. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you.
So as Ms. Millsap said a moment ago, we're gonna double dip here because I've already went as well, but we're gonna go again. So I'm Coy Swanner. I'm currently your sheriff here as of now, and I talked a little bit a moment ago about some of the promises that we made 4 years ago when we were campaigning as far as budget and fiscal spending, which kind of goes along with what the county executive's saying. We've come in under budget somewhere between 7 and 10% every year, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're talking about $3 million, you're talking about somewhere between $200,000 and $300,000 of your tax money that's going back into the coffer for the next budget. So we've tried to keep that focus and keep doing that. We've done that all 4 years. There again, I talked a little bit a moment ago about our 4 comptroller audits that we've had clean and our 4 jail inspections, which is an accomplishment, not necessarily for me, but for my staff. One of the largest problems that we faced when we took office 4 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, is I had 21 and 22-year-old people working in the jail making $10.38 an hour that were married with 2 children. That was very unacceptable. We got that money changed and moved up a little bit with the help of the current county commission that we have. Still not enough. Then COVID hit, and then we were back down again, even though we changed that pay scale. So moving forward with that, we want to continue forward with that pay scale and the employees to try to keep the turnover down. So that's what we're trying to strive for now in the next term, should you, the voters, decide that you're going to keep me as your sheriff. So there again, May 3rd, Republican primary, early voting, April the 13th through the 28th, and I appreciate everyone's voting support. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And Ty Lane, he's here. There he is. My name is Michael Hudson. I'm a graduate of Sequatchie County High School. I also graduated from the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, with a degree in political science, public administration. I was a county commissioner in the 6th district at age 22, and then went on to county executive. I got out of politics. I had some health issues at the time. Had a stroke at 28. Got over that and went on to work for the IRS. And then I went off to Quantico and became an intelligence analyst for the FBI. So I've done a little bit of everything. I currently teach 3 different science classes at the high school. So I guess my grandpa would say, you know, I know a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing. So that's where I'm at now. I currently own the Liberty Schoolhouse. I renovated it down in Cartwright, and it has 4 apartments, and I own about 20 acres down there. So I still live in the community. I've moved away several times. When I was young, my stepdad was in the military, so I moved away as a child, and then as an adult, working with 3 different federal agencies. And I'm just glad to be back home. I love this community, born and raised here. And now that I'm back home teaching school, why not run for the county commission? I love, you know, I'm not necessarily a politician, but I love, you know, representing the people. I enjoy politics. I enjoy gatherings like this where I get to see everyone, because I'm so busy, that's a rare occasion. My goal is to see each and every one of you before the election. If not, see you in person. You will get a mailer from me. So you're going to know my name, you're going to know who I am before the election. And I'm asking for your vote. Like I said, I've been in Sequatchie County politics for a long time, first at 22, then at 25. I have no ambitions at this time to run for a higher office. I'm enjoying teaching school. But I would like to say in my community, especially now that my family's here, I'm here, and I own a lot of real estate and have 4 apartments in the community. So I just want to commend all the politicians for the job they're doing now. And those running, I know each and every one of you. Just keep in mind, do not get confused with this primary. Regardless of your political party, it's important to know that politics on the local level goes beyond parties, okay? You people in the community, you know each other. Local politics should be based on the individual, the man, the woman, and their background and what they do in the community. Don't get caught up in politics on the federal level, state level. Just keep it in the community. I'm not against primaries, but this primary, the current primary we're going to have this year is going to throw a kink in the thing, so to speak, okay? It's going to confuse a lot of people. In my opinion, 1/3 of the community is going to elect 3 of your most important offices this year. That's not a good thing. It would have been much better had both parties participated in the primary. But know this, they're not. So you need to get out in that primary and vote. Regardless of your political affiliation, you're not electing somebody you see on CNN or Fox. You're electing your neighbor. You're electing your community leader. So keep that in mind. I'm running for, by the way, I'm running for 6th District County Commission. I have 3 opponents, 2 of which will be in the primary. But regardless, the primary is a void point this year for county commission. Both of them, my opponents, are going through. So there will be 4 opponents, 4 people for 6th District County Commission on the ballot in August. I will not be on the primary ballot. Keep that in mind. I will be on the August ballot. So don't get confused by that. When you don't see my name in May, just keep in mind I'll be on the August ballot. And good luck to everybody. You guys, like I said, don't think about party politics when you're voting locally. Think about your community. And if you have any questions for me, I'm here. Guys, whoever wins sheriff, county executive, keep up the good work. I'm glad to see that fund balance so high, but just keep in mind, I'm running for commissioner. That fund balance fluctuates. All right? It's going to be high this time of year because your tax money come in. It's going to be low sometimes. It was very low when I was in office. I think we had to raise taxes 30 cents at that time. It helped. I think Keith went through a huge tax increase, so you see a larger fund balance. But it increases, decreases. Just keep in mind, you know, stay strong during this economic times. Sequatchie County's seen a lot of people moving in, and they're giving me the watch back there, so I got to go. Talk to you guys later. Vote for me, and
Good morning. For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Eric Higgins. I'm your current road supervisor. I was fortunate to get elected about 4 years ago. Very much appreciate the honor and the trust y'all had in me while I was doing this. I get a lot of questions from time to time, where our money comes from and stuff. Our budget is derived strictly from straight gas tax money, so it fluctuates. Like with COVID, it fluctuated way down. And right now, because gas prices, it's probably going to go down again. But I'm going to have to give a big shout out to our county mayor and our commissioners. They come through and helped us with grant money that the county got in and road items in it. He didn't have to give it to us. The commission, the mayor did, and they really helped us out, and it's very much appreciated. And we got a lot of new equipment and stuff. We paid for it by selling all the old stuff we had and saving parts and stuff like that, and we got a lot of equipment that way. But I'm not going to talk long. I'm unopposed, and I appreciate the courtesy of those. And if you have any questions, be sure to get in touch with me. Thank you.
Any others that hadn't had opportunity? All right. Well, we'll kind of end it up. Myself and Paul Powell, we're actually commissioners for the 5th District, which is just right across the road there. If you cross 28, you're in our district. So both of us are running unopposed in this next election. And I've served on the county commission now 3 terms, and pretty proud of the work that we've done in getting the budgets balanced and getting a good fund balance. We try to run the county commission with conservative principles and keep costs down as much as we can. I've been, the last 4 years, I have been the budget chairman for the county, and been really proud of increasing that fund balance every year. Michael was right that the balance does fluctuate a little bit, but we are now still maintaining a $2 million fund balance throughout the year. Keith spoke earlier, it's already up to 3, but we've done a really good job working with Mr. Cartwright and with all of the county offices to keep the budgets in line and in control. And with that, oh, by the way, I'm Jeff Barger. I'm the 5th District County Commissioner and Budget Chairman. And I'll turn it over to Paul.
I'm Paul Powell. I'm running for the 5th District unopposed. That must tell you something, that me and Jeff doing a pretty good job being unopposed. We get a lot of complaints, but we try to handle them the best we can. I've been on the commission now for 40 years. That's a long time. Some people don't realize when you get in there, you get a lot of knocks and drags and everything else. And I appreciate the folks come over. We do the best we can with what we got to work with. And I know a lot of you can relate to that. It ain't handed to you on a silver platter. Remember, vote your conscience and go for it.
If anybody else wants to speak, go ahead. But anyways, I'm Fire Chief Ken Herron. And what I was going to say is just thank y'all for coming out here tonight. I'm also one of your cooks, so I'm happy to run back there. Everybody here, we've been here since 4 o'clock this morning. We're all volunteers.
And you're signing up for more volunteers.
Yeah, we're signing up for more volunteers all the time. We need all the help we can get. Whether it's firefighting or cooking or peeling potatoes or everything, we need everybody. So what I was going to say, a couple of things. One, right now, I guess y'all seen the news in Gatlinburg and the fires that they've had up there. But yesterday I've had to go make 3 people mad to tell them to put the fires out. The state actually has a 0 tolerance on burning right now. Any outdoor burning is prohibited. They're driving around writing $5,000 citations. So, you know, I just asked them to put it out. I didn't write them a citation. Just be weather aware that we've had a lot of winds. It's dry right now. And don't be burning and share that information. Because everybody I talked to yesterday said that they didn't know that we had a burn ban. But yeah, and we also looking for volunteers, firefighters. Like I said, we need everything from people that sweep the floor to people that go in and put burning buildings out. We do about 130 to 170 calls a year down here at this fire station. So we're actually fairly busy. We had about, actually 3 this week. So anyways, we are here every Tuesday night. We train every Tuesday night. If you want to help, come by on Tuesday. See myself or one of the other firefighters. We can tell you what we need, what you can help us do. And donations. This today is going to pay for the heat and air unit in this building. That's what the fundraiser today is for. So, anyways, my name's Ken Herron, and I'm the fire chief here. Thank you for coming.
When I spoke, a lot of people were not in this room that are here now, and the very sweet lady in charge in the kitchen gave me permission to speak again. My name is Carol Gaddy, and I'm running for county executive, and I forgot to mention something very important before. I'm the founding chairwoman of the Sequatchie County Tea Party. Tea Party, taxed enough already. And under that capacity, I accidentally discovered a huge tax fraud that's gone on 40 years between the city of Dunlap and the county. Don't know who in the county could possibly be responsible for this, but I need to give you my phone number, and this is a lot of money. And all we need to do is get it accounted for. How it happened, according to the state, Secretary of State, I've got their documents, I took it to the General Assembly, they structured a law and passed it in 2017, the governor signed it, and it enables the private property owner, if they want to file with the Secretary of State's office and ask for their money back, the law says all their tax dollars must be paid back with interest that the city took erroneously. My phone number is, this is a Verizon cell phone number, it's 423-763-8802. And I want to say I'm not religious. Religion is kind of a dead, doesn't have the Spirit of God in religion, but I am of the Spirit of God. In other words, I read my Bible and I hear the voice of the Lord Jesus instruct my life through the Holy Spirit. And I want to explain that, but that's the difference because I do have scripture on my card. But thanks for listening. And one more thing. I spoke with an expert about the computerized voting machines. I detest those things. I think we need to go back to a paper ballot. But she told me to tell everybody, vote on the day that May 3rd, she said the only thing that they cannot estimate, and I don't understand algorithms, I'm not high tech, I'm a grandmother. But she said if you vote on the May 3rd, the only thing they cannot estimate is how many people are going to walk in the door on that day and cast their vote. And she said that way you can feel a little more secure that your vote will count. She was an expert.